Yeah. So yeah, you would see, organizations that fail to see this trend and fail to adapt to it quickly. They're losing their employees. I mean, when you're losing your talent, you're getting in that situation where it's also very hard to attract new talent because you're not able to offer things that your potential employees want. So let's say you're moving on to a new job, but you already worked a job where you were working from home for some days in a week. I think a lot of people came to realize that they actually liked it. So when you're applying for a job within a new organization, it's not only about the regular benefits such as salary and vacation days, but also is there a possibility to work from home? Because I guess it's very important for a lot of people. And I was also one of those people, because before the pandemic, I went to the office every day. And now after the pandemic, I was like, yeah, why? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I can go. I mean, it's fun at the office. It really is. I mean, there are some people there, some colleagues. You can have, of course, some small talk, and you can, quickly interact with them. I think that's one of the pros of being at the office. But then at the same time, what you can also do is maybe, for instance, with your team, you make agreements or something. So saying, well, let's meet every Monday or Friday or maybe every Wednesday. So you can just do the things, or for instance, like meetings and stuff like that. But then the focus time, the concentration time. For me personally, I'm better off doing that at home because I'm less distracted there.
Yeah. I think that's important to say because I'm like you. Like I think I'm more focused at home. I feel that, but there's people the opposite. There's people really missing the office, and they're at their best when they're at the office. So there's both worlds here. But it is a trend that a lot of people I think realize that I can be productive at home. I don't need to waste the time of commuting because that's a problem for a lot of people. Like for some people it's like an hour and 15, an hour and 30, even in big cities, and that's time. That's valuable time that you gain back. And if it doesn't impact your work, it's just natural that you're going to have a lot of talent asking that from companies, right?
Yeah, and I think also at the same time, a Great Resignation is not only about the ability to work from home, but I guess it's also about whether or not you're feeling appreciated at your current employer.
Yes.
So let me give you this out of the blue example. But for instance, let's say if a stranger asks you to fold their clothes. I mean, if you're a good person, you're going to say yes.
To what? I'm sorry?
To fold your clothes. Just
okay.
A random example. But let's say someone on the street asks you to do something for them. I mean, at first you're saying, yeah, sure, why not? But then when they're asking you a third or a fourth time, you're saying, no, do it yourself. But I guess when one of your siblings or one of your parents or someone close to you, someone that you really care about, is asking you things, you just do it because you love them. And I think the same thing goes with your employer. If you really feel the appreciation of your employer, I mean, I'm not saying the love, but it's like it's a professional relationship, right? So if you are feeling that you are being appreciated by your employer, chances are the feeling is likewise, and you ought to do more for that same employer. So when your boss is asking you to do the same task for maybe the 12th day in a row, when you're not really feeling attached to your current employer, at some point you're thinking, no, this is not something that I want to do anymore. I hate this job. Maybe I need to look for something else. But I guess if you are really attached to your employer, you are willing to run the extra mile. You are willing to put in some extra effort. And this is also, of course, because on the other side, you will be thanked by the employer as well. They would really, say thank you, but not only in words, but also maybe in the compensation or something. So it's, I think that the feeling is always mutual with these sorts of things. So it's, not only the work-life balance, but also the appreciation that you're getting from your employer.